Hi, my name is Rob. I'm a pastor of a church here in the Pacific Northwest, and I give Faithlife Proclaim a 4 out of 5. Before we switched over to Faithlife, our church had been using PowerPoint for a very long time. And for a while it was working okay. We could project our songs and such, but as time went on, we needed more integration with sermon slides, sermon material. We wanted to be able to do more with our software. I was a little skeptical at first because I'm not always someone that likes change, but when our audiovisual people approached me and asked me to consider some different options, I as I said, I resisted getting away from PowerPoint because PowerPoint seemed to be the industry standard. But I decided after that, after looking at Proclaim, that PowerPoint just didn't have the functionality that was tailored to our church. And so we decided it was time to make the switch and to get away from just PowerPoint, a more generic projection software, and do something that is custom made for churches. There are a couple of reasons that our AV team and myself decided to go with Faithlife Proclaim. The big one is that it allows us a lot of functionality that works really well with our church. So we can not only project songs, which is a big thing, but we are also able to project good quality sermon outlines that have a real aesthetic appeal. I'm able to integrate Faithlife with my Logos Bible software, which is a big deal for me. So when I write my sermons and put them together, it just takes a few minutes to export a whole sermon outline into slides that are easily then projected onto our screen. Along with that, we can work with not only our audiovisual team and myself, but also our secretary and administrative assistants, who all have access to the program, so that we can then all collaborate on these on the sermon slides for each week. That makes our work so much easier rather than having to email stuff back and forth. We can just all work as a team, and it saved us an enormous amount of time and energy in doing our work. So it's been a great product for us. And as well, we're still even learning about some of the features that Faithlife has. Things that allow us to broadcast, say, signals, which can enhance the experience for those who are worshiping with us on Sunday. We haven't even begun to fully tap those just yet, but we're really looking forward to learning more about them. One of the challenges that we often face when we make changes of any kind here at a church is to make sure that everybody's on the same page with using our software. And so I was a little concerned when we first started using Faithlife that we'd have trouble getting our volunteers up to speed on using this new product. I found that Faithlife that Proclaim is very intuitive. It's easy to use, and especially the basic features, the stuff that you're going to use on a week-to-week basis, it's all pretty easy to figure out. Our audiovisual team was able to understand fairly quickly how to use the functions of projecting slides and images. Our administrative assistant figured out quite quickly how to create good slides and to create transitions between the slides, and so it didn't take a whole lot of extra training. Now, there were moments where we had to troubleshoot a little bit and had to kind of problem solve, but we found that as a team, we were able to work quite well together, and it was not a difficult or complicated process, and that was one of the appeals of Faithlife. I would really encourage anyone who's considering upgrading their church projection software to give Faithlife strong consideration, especially if you are a pastor that wants to create slides and presentations that will help your congregation to engage the biblical text. Proclaim works really well with Logos software, which many pastors use, and it integrates really smoothly. It also is really good software for those considering how to create pleasing slide projections for songs or readings in your service. Faithlife does this really well, and the effect and the presentation of your images in church will be quite pleasing and will be well worth the investment that you make.